Merry Christmas, everyone! My name is MeKick, and here is my gift to all of you. One short playthrough in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Not a full playthrough, I know, but with the limited amount of time I have at the moment, this is all I was able to manage. I know some of you will be disappointed anyway, and I do apologize for that, but I felt like this would be better than doing absolutely nothing for Christmas. So I hope some of you end up enjoying this video, and I hope that you're having happy holidays. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to be, like I mentioned earlier, showcasing a new strategy. This one is going to be for the Portal of Summoning. For those of you who watched my Demon Farming on Month 1 video, you'll have seen that I went and focused on Inferno for Month 1, and what you could accomplish with Demon Farming. So hopefully in this video, I can talk a bit about Portal of Summoning, how it works, and what you can accomplish on the first month. Okay, so how exactly does the Portal of Summoning work? Well, with the Portal of Summoning, you can recruit creatures from an externally flagged dwelling. Back in the day, I used to think that what this description meant was that if you flagged an external warren or a dragon cave, for example, you could hire the units in those external dwellings out into your main town. It turns out that what the Portal of Summoning actually does is that it kind of acts like a clone for an external dwelling that you already own. So if you flagged a warren, for example, and then you built a Portal of Summoning, you could actually hire 14 troglodytes from the warren, and an additional 14 troglodytes from the Portal of Summoning. So that's all fine and dandy, but an extra 14 troglodytes doesn't sound all that intimidating on its own. However, if you flag, say, a red dragon cave instead, then you can actually get 2 red dragons each week. One from the external dwelling, and one from the Portal of Summoning. That's pretty awesome. And it allows you to make strong armies really quickly under the correct circumstances. One more thing to note. If you flag both an external warren and an external dragon cave, which does the Portal of Summoning select when it's built? It turns out that the Portal of Summoning will try and choose one of the external dwellings you've flagged at random if you own multiple external dwellings. What this means is that if you're trying to make the most out of a Portal of Summoning, you should probably refrain from flagging weaker dwellings as much as possible at the start of the match, and focus on trying to get a stronger external dwelling if possible instead. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. In today's match, I'm going to be playing on the 8XM12A template. It's going to be an extra large plus underground sized map on 200% difficulty. The rest of the settings are the same as they usually are, but they don't really matter all that much since the main focus of today's match is going to strictly be on the first month anyway. So, I'm going to be setting myself as Dungeon. I'm going to be setting myself as green in the spirit of Christmas. Christmas colors are green and red, and I always play as red, so I'm going to play as green for today. Dungeon, of course, because I get to start with a Portal of Summoning if I play Dungeon, and Shakti with gold as my starting bonus. Shakti is awesome because he starts off with up to 3 stacks of troglodytes with such a strong starting army. This makes it a lot more likely that if I do encounter an external dwelling of some kind that's really strong, like let's say a labyrinth, that my odds of being able to clear it are much higher. So I'm going to use Shakti in today's playthrough, and hopefully you enjoy the match. Oh yeah, by the way, while I start creating the map, I just want to remind all of you, the HD mod is responsible for many of the features you'll see in today's video, being able to like group up my units like this, split them up like this, being able to see 8 heroes all on one screen. These are all features of the HD mod for any newcomers who might not be familiar with it. I'll include a link in the description down below, and you can go check that out if you're not familiar with it. Alright. So, Gunner is the hero in my tavern. Yeah, that's pretty good as a secondary hero, but I don't really care about who my secondary hero is or what units I get. There's only really one thing that matters to me, and that's where the external dwellings are. I only care about where I can find some external dwellings. And it looks like there's a redwood observatory, so this might actually help my search by quite a bit. Oh, Pillar of Eyes. Alright, well that's pretty good. I can get that Pillar of Eyes, and then I could actually go Portal of Summoning with a Pillar of Eyes. That is one option. But, honestly, I would rather try and look for a slightly stronger creature dwelling first instead. That's not to say that the Beholders are necessarily weak, but if I could get my hands on a Dragon Cave or a Labyrinth, those would certainly be preferable, I would say. So I'm going to continue my search here with Gunner. There's a path down here. I'm debating whether or not I kind of want to take it. Yeah, sure, why not? I think this should be fine. Let's give this a go. And let's see here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, awesome. So, they are fast. Unfortunately, I didn't lose any units there. Or I lost like one Trog, but that's perfectly fine. I'm going to cut a path down here and see what else is in this area. I'm just doing some exploring in hopes that I can get my hands on that external dwelling, but obviously this is all up to RNG. Like, you're not always going to start with a Portal of Summon, with an external dwelling, I mean, but the thing is, when you do have an external dwelling, you better be, well, you better be darn well sure that you can get your hands on a Portal of Summoning, so that you can actually get double of whatever unit is being offered to you in the game. Well, I mean, under the right circumstances, like, if you're, you know, if you only have, let's say, Warrens to work with, or, you know, you don't have enough gold to buy, I don't know, red dragons, or you don't have, if you don't have enough resources to buy whatever units would come out of a Portal of Summoning, then maybe it might be worth holding off for a turn or two, or like a couple extra turns. But for the most part, if you can get your hands on External Dwelling, that is pretty amazing. And having said that, it does look like there are some Pegasi in this area. So I'm going to have to brace myself, because this is going to be one intense battle, I think. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's get some of these, and let's get some of these. It's very tempting to try and upgrade these into Infernal Troglodytes, but whatever. I'm gonna refrain from doing that for now. So 146 Troglodytes here. The reason I did get Arlak is because this Ballista is going to come in handy. I'm going to show why in a second, but first I'm going to try to take on some zombies. I'm going to try to clear these zombies, and then I'm going to visit both Learning Stones, because I'm going to need to get my Shakti to as high a level as I can. I don't know where my Troglodytes are going, but yeah, if I can get this, if I can flag this Red Dragon Cave, this is going to be fantastic with the Portal of Summoning. Okay, I messed this up big time, to be completely honest. Yeah, I messed this up pretty badly. Oops. Lost a lot more units than I was supposed to. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, this is awkward. Okay, well, I ended up losing, or taking a hit anyway. It was, my bad. I really should have paid more attention there. Too busy talking. That's my excuse. So, yeah, I want both of these Learning Stones. It'll make my hero a little bit stronger, because I'm about to actually take this fight against Pegasi. And normally I would go for logistics, but I want to increase, or maximize my chances of succeeding in this fight against Pegasi, because I don't know how many there are going to be. I'm expecting at least 35. I know I can take 35, but assuming that, you know, I don't get completely destroyed by morale or anything like that. But yeah, we'll see how well this, or how badly this goes in a second. Did I say 30? I think I called, or 35, I think I called. I think I said it was 35, but anyway. Yeah, so let's think about this. I don't want my trogs to get surrounded, so I should probably keep them on this side. And cross my fingers that they go for the ballista as much as possible. Terrain type, there weren't as many obstacles as I would have wanted there to be. But we're just gonna have to make do with that. That's not, it's not the worst. Oh, very nice. Okay, so this is exactly what I wanted, actually, and this is why I made sure to get Artilac with his ballista. It's because I can actually let the ballista soak up all of the damage while I focus on dealing with these stacks individually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much else I can really do here. We're gonna try to... Oh, there you go. Now they destroy the ballista. My guy's gonna get surrounded in a moment, I think. The rest of this is... There's not much I can do. I have to take the poke. Take the hit here, take the poke there. Alright, there you go. So I lost the ballista and I lost some trogs, but in return I do manage to clear out these Pegasi. I get my hands on Earth Magic. I get my hands on another treasure chest for some gold, and then the Big Daddy Red Dragon Cave fight. Wait, yeah, Dragon Cave fight for the Red Dragon. So let us actually... Oh yes, I have enough sulfur. Okay, this is perfect. This is unbelievable. All right. So, of course, for this fight, one of the reasons why it's important to take this fight with somebody with tactics is so that you can actually lure the Red Dragons forward. This is the best, probably one of the best arrangements you can have for having a fight against a Dragon Cave, because with tactics you can actually... watch this. The Red Dragons will come forward, they'll hit that stack. If they did get morale, they still wouldn't be able to hit my troglodytes. They would have to hit these two stacks, or they'd have to hit this troglodyte before they could make it to my big stack. So that's why tactics is really awesome in this regard. I'm going to take the poke here. Of course, this means that... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, alright. Oh, and I get morale too. So that's really lucky, but, you know, look at that. Minimal losses, and I get my hands on one red dragon, two red dragons, and, well, 3 and 4 red dragons will come soon enough, but let's just... Okay, so the ball's already rolling. We can see that it's getting, we're up and running here, right? Like, things are starting to get serious. I'm going to leave Shakti, I'm going to leave Artilac on this Red Dragon Cave to collect the other ones, but at the same time I'm going to actually send Shakti up this way to, I don't know, maybe go and take on these imps or something, I guess. And honestly, I'm not in that big a rush with Gunner, because I still need to hit the stables next turn anyway, so I'm going to take off the troglodytes from Shakti, so he has enough movement to go over here, completely annihilate the imps, and then fly over here, annihilate the Null Marauders, and take 0 losses. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? Start of week 2, I'm going to have 4 red dragons, assuming that I have enough gold for all of this. Okay? So, I will get a marketplace, though. I feel like that might come in handy a bit later. Notice that I haven't built any other units in my starting town. I could have built harpies, I had enough gold for it. I still can, to be honest, if I really want to go down that route, but I kind of don't. I don't have enough resources for Pillar of Eyes. It's like I need 1 mercury, I need 1 gem, 1 crystal. I do have most of those resources that I need, but you can see that this is the much better alternative. Rather than go all the way down the Pillar of Eyes route so I can get like Medusas and Minotaurs, Manticores, whatever, I'm going straight for the goods. I'm going straight for Portal of Summoning. I get double the red dragons this week. Well, yeah, I basically get double the red dragons I would have had next week. Because I have access to this Portal of Summoning. So, very, very nice. I will probably wait until the start of the next turn here. We are going to take out the Imps here first. This should be easy on quick combat. No problem. In fact, I'll auto-combat it just for disrespect. Yeah, I'm not going to keep doing this because the AI does some really stupid moves. But you get the point. Nothing too much to really be said here. I'm going to stand here and try to collect some gems on my way out, of course. I'm going to sit my guy right here. I'm going to actually keep the red dragon on Gunner here. And yeah. Oh yeah, how much is it for the red dragons? Oh yes, 2,500 gold. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the harpies. I'm never going to buy out the harpies. So there's actually, well, actually no, hold on. I need the harpy loft in order to go down this route. So I'm going to get the harpy loft now in case I try to go build the rest of these structures later. Which probably isn't going to happen, or maybe it might. Maybe I might, on week 3, have enough resources if I'm super lucky to get a red dragon cave. Then I'll be making, then I'll have like 4 red dragons a week, which will be pretty nuts. So, 1 red dragon, or an additional red dragon here. I will transfer this over to Shakti in this case. I'm going to start bringing this back. I'm going to hit that. 2 red dragons over to Gunner. So this is absolutely fantastic. Another thing I wanted to point out too, it doesn't have to be red dragons, right? Like, it doesn't have to be units from dungeon. You could totally do this with, if you were playing as, I don't know, if you came across like a necropolis town, you could totally make an army of... I did that once, by the way. I started off as dungeon, and then I ended up making a Vampire Lord power stack in one of the PvP matches I played a while back. I don't remember exactly which game. All I know is that that was the deciding factor. That's all you need to know. I won the game off of that. Vampire Lords with Portal of Summoning. It was the most disgusting thing you could imagine in a match of Heroes 3. Maybe not the most disgusting, but pretty close up there. Okay, so I have now 4 red dragons, and I have earth magic on both my main heroes. I was even offered logistics on Shakti, but as I'm sure you recall, I turned it down. Some of you probably died a little when I did that, but honestly, you're gonna have to suck it up and deal with it, because it is hopefully going to be worth it in the end, if all goes well. So now the next thing I need to do, I want to actually start collecting some gold and whatnot. Lots of Medusas. Let's go 2 and 2. I don't want to risk losing like an extra unit though. That's the thing that kind of worries me. I think I should be okay. No. This should definitely be okay. This should be fine. Just start roasting them. I mean, 3. I don't even know if they can use Stone Gaze on these red dragons now that I really think about it. Alright. Ow, that hurts quite a bit. I'm going to roast them. I'm going to roast these ones. Yeah, no, this is fine. If it had been like a horde, like a max Medusa stores, I probably wouldn't have tried to clear this out, but I definitely think that 4 red dragons would be more than enough to deal with this threat. So let's just cut them off right here. Oh. Alright, easy peasy. Didn't lose any units. I got plenty of gold off of that. Now I just need to get my hands on some crystals and some ore. I don't know if I can reach the... No, I'm a little bit short on the movement for ore, and I have to go all the way around if I want to go that route, but yeah, I definitely want to get the ball rolling on the Pillar of Eyes so that I can actually start going straight towards that Dragon Cave. That's going to be a pretty big, I guess, part of if I can grow my army. Like, if I can make it to Dragon Cave, oh, Nelly, that's going to be good. And I actually do have Marketplace already. I could try to sack resources for Pillar of Eyes. Let me just look at this for a second. So, Pillar of Eyes would be day 1, Chapel of Still Voice day 2, Labyrinth day 3, Manticore Lair day 4, Mage level 1 day 5, Mage level 2. Okay, so I actually probably do need to start converting some of my resources into gold. I don't like doing this, obviously, but this once I'll do it. I'll use gems. I got plenty of those. So yes, this will allow me to get Pillar of Eyes this turn, and then it'll put me on pace to maybe get Red Dragon Cave by the end of this week, if I'm super lucky. But, I don't know. So far, my luck's already been pretty good. I can't complain. To be honest, like, in most of the practice runs that I've done in the past, well, maybe not. Okay. Scary. They have the same speed as my units. But anyway, let's just whack them. Might as well roast these ones. Pretty straightforward fight. No biggie. So, yeah, like, in many of the times in the past where I've tried to showcase Portal of Summoning, I had access to a Labyrinth or, say, a Manticore Lair, but I don't think I've ever had access to a Dragon Cave of all things. This is going to be, hopefully, a lot of fun for me. Or a lot of fun for you guys to watch. For me, this is pretty brutal. Like, oh, hey, look, the first victim of the day is already here. It looks like Pink has revealed himself. I'm going to try and eliminate him now. I know I said that the main focus wasn't going to be on eliminating the AI. It still isn't, of course, but honestly, if some AI player comes into your starting area with, you know, just to kind of peek to see what's on the other side, and they reveal themselves, then, well, yeah, absolutely. Not gonna waste my time. I know that I can easily solo them. Alright, and I have Gunner too, so... Oh, wow, Salmare. Now, let's see how well this goes for you. I'm gonna group them up all into... Let's go with 2 for now. Or maybe I can actually do it like this, because I know that by pushing these guys forward, I can go 1, 2, which I guess won't be enough to kill him, 3. And then he'll flee right here. So nice spell power. I'm going to be accessing the star axis. And yeah, I might actually be able to grab or get my hands on Pinkstown pretty early on. That'll give me plenty of gold to work with, and that might even allow me to make it to Dragon Cave by the end of this week. And then I'll be able to make a pretty big army, which, I mean, I guess wouldn't strictly be showcasing Portal of Summoning, but hey, if I can make it to a Red Dragon Cave, then hey, why not, right? Yeah, let's see what we can do here, which is kind of scary, to be honest. Like, skeletons. If they build a citadel, that would cause me some problems, but the rest of their units as is might also be problematic. Yes, I absolutely wish to engage. Caitlyn. And yeah, so I'm going to quickly transfer this out here. Just deal with Caitlyn, might as well. This is a pretty straightforward battle. I got slow scroll. Yeah, I wanted to wipe out Pink's heroes now rather than later. So here's the thing. I could, I guess, use these pixies as bait. That's why I freed up this prison. I'm hoping that they won't focus down the red dragons, but it's probably a little... Oh, whoops, that was a misclick. It's probably a little too much to ask for. Although they don't even have, like, a hero in this town, so this actually works out in my favor very nicely. Alright, let's just wait for a second. They're going to try to fire at my pixies, try to do as much damage as they can. I'm going to roast them. I'm going to roast these ones, and then that's pretty much all of the threats. I thought that there would be a lot more units, to be honest. I thought there would be, like, you know, like an actual army with, like, a hero behind it and whatnot, but evidently not. Hopefully they at least built me, like, a citadel or something. That'd be, or not a citadel, like a town hall. Yes, I did ignore wisdom. That's for the sake of trying to get mass slow a lot sooner. But of course, at this point, I think Maslow would kind of be overkill, to tell you the truth. So, not bad. Got my hands on a spellbook. Gonna leave my the rest of my units in town. 2,000 gold a turn. I'm gonna collect some resources here. Oh, speaking of resources, I do need to get my hands on this labyrinth. And I also need to get enough mercury to get those manticores. There's plenty of resources on this side, so I'm probably going to go start picking them up. I'm actually turning Shakti into a resource collector, which is pretty upsetting considering how he's supposed to be like a main hero and all, but honestly, if it means getting to Red Dragon, or Dragon Cave at the end of this week, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Okay, so let's avoid hitting this Warren. Almost misclicked on it. I'm going to wait right here until next turn. So hopefully you're at least, for those of you hopefully those of you watching are at least kind of enjoying the playthrough so far. I know that this might be, this might seem a little bit silly, like what I'm doing right now. Like, it might seem a little bit lopsided now that I have 4 tier 7 units on week 2. Like, I don't think you can really do this with most of the other factions. Like, yeah, you could maybe have 3 behemoths if you're lucky as Stronghold, but like, honestly, this Portal of Summoning is pretty insane, as you can kind of tell. I don't really want to sit here and squat until the end of time, until their hero comes back. Let's take a look at what I can... Alright, so I need Meiji level 1 and Meiji level 2. I don't actually know if I can even make it all the way there, to be honest. I would need an additional 15,000 gold, which I just don't have this, or at this time. Start farming this side. That would be pretty good. I could probably at least make the Mage Guild, or no, the Dragon Cave by the end of week 3. That is a possibility. Just seeing what else is available. Yeah, I could probably go for end of month, or end of week 3 for that Dragon Cave, because I don't have enough creature banks that I could farm to get the amount of gold that I'm looking for. I could at least try to clear out these halberdiers, though. So let's do that. Although, honestly, I'd have to traverse through swamp terrain, and I really don't want to do that. Let's just go down this way. I think that's what I'm going to do. I kind of want to build a citadel, too, though, in this area. I don't have enough gold for it. Next turn, I guess I'll build a citadel. I'm going to cross my fingers they don't attack this town now. That if they do attack it, that it's with, like, a subpar hero. I'm going to keep pushing on this side. Easy fight. Oh, right. This actually takes me to other places I didn't even think, or I didn't even realize it, but... oh, wow. There's multiple places that this takes me to, for sure. Now, there you go. I can actually take this. Clear this out. Might be possible. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Let's see. What else? What else can I fight? Horde of Gnolls. I'll actually showcase the fight this time for the sake of showing how brutally these dragons just go and murder everything. Alright, very nice. There is also a set of harpies here. I might be able to clear them out and see if I can push forward for another town somewhere. Okay, so if this is the case, amount of movement on him. Ooh, what is this? I can sort of okay, so there's that side's cut off. There's one other path. Okay, here we go. There's some gold here. I can maybe start farming this area too. And this would actually allow me to get this citadel. This would allow me to stop, I think it was Pink from attacking my lands, or the town that he originally had. So that's pretty good. But yeah, just cruising along with my red dragons. It's going to be another 2 red dragons starting next week, I think. For a total of 6 red dragons, which is pretty nice. Yeah, there's plenty of gold here, so I could definitely use that to my advantage. am a little bit short on gems, though. I did actually, ironically, convert some of my gems earlier. Oh, there's actually gems right there, in fact. I didn't even notice. Okay, I'm gonna get this guy back on the road. I think I should have enough to... Oh, I don't have enough because I'm missing gold. Alright, well, hopefully we can do something about that in a moment. Should be plenty of gold in this area. Oh yes, lots of trolls. You know what? Yes, I would like to fight Twitch.tv. I'm not going to auto-combat this. This is a bit of a dangerous fight, I think, since the trolls actually do hit pretty hard. Yeah, not a huge threat, but expert tactics, yes. Let's go pick this up for some gold. Pick this up for some gold. Maybe I'll hit this for some extra attack skill. And pack of wood elves, that's going to be pretty much nothing for me, yes. Come on, plus dispel power, badge of courage. I guess I could pick those up. I do have to spend like a bit of extra movement for them, but I'm already here, so I might as well do it. This will allow me to get to Manticore Lair, Mage level 2, and then I'm going to be short, I think, however much gold it is. So at this point I also have access to that Griffin Conservatory that I just showed, along with, there was another Griffin Conservatory down here, and there was another Griffin Conservatory, I think, in one of the areas that I viewed in the underground area. Yeah, this one over here. So I have a lot of options for farming angels if I wanted to go that route, and then I could totally try and, like, clear out a... Is there even a Dragon Utopia that I've seen yet? No, there's no Dragon Utopias, but you can see my point, right? Like, this army of red dragons actually frees up so many options for me in this playthrough, so that's really good. So I will grab a pile of gold there. Of course I'm going to ignore the Griffin Conservatories like I did in my demon farming video, because I want to focus on the demon... Well, last time it was the demons, this time it's the dragons specifically, because they're the unit that I'm farming with Portal of Summoning, right? So I figure I might as well keep the focus on them for now. Yes, yes, alright, done. Ah, Mausoleum, very nice. Hey, there you go. There's Dragon Utopia I can get my hands on, but probably not going to be interested in that for the time being. Straightforward fight. Grab a pile of gold, grab a pile of gold. Still not going to have enough by the end of this upcoming week, I think, but yeah. Grab some gems. I think that puts me in range for Mage Guild level 2. So yeah, at this point the only thing I'm missing is the Dragon Cave. I have 2,000 gold coming in next turn. The other thing too is I'm actually missing 7 sulfur. I don't actually know... Oh, and I'm also missing quite a bit of ore. In fact, I probably should have picked that ore, if that's the case. But, oh, I can actually go and clear this out for some ore, so let's do that. But, yeah, I think it to be highly unlikely that I'll get my hands on a Red Dragon Cave by the end of this week, but I'll come pretty darn close, I think. Yeah, and there's actually even some sulfur over here, so I'll go and clear that too with Shakti. Probably the right man for the job. Probably I could even clear out this Horde of Walking Dead first and then go for that set of units. Or that Horde of Pixies and whatnot. So, here we go. Poke. Wow, they survived. I'm impressed. Poke. Interesting, he split his damage between both of them. Alright, there we go. I will grab this pile of gold for the start of next turn. 12,000. Alright, come on, and this is going to be pretty clutch. If I can actually make it to Portal of Summoning, that would be pretty nuts. So, yes, definitely going to need some ore here. A bit short from reaching that pile of gold. I'm gonna go and clear this out, of course. Oh, this should be not too difficult to fight. Of course, it's going to be the usual. Yeah, I'm gonna get these guys over here. These guys over here. I'm gonna fry them some more. Fry them like Kentucky Fried Chicken on Lizardman. Alright, Expert Earth Magic. Very nice. So I have, so far, Perfect Gunner. It's probably going to change it a little bit, but yeah, as we can see, 8 ore here. We have this for some gold, so now I have enough gold for the Dragon Cave, or the Red Dragon Cave. And the last thing I need to do is grab enough sulfur. So we will be fighting these pixies for these. Sorry, ladies, but I'm trying to get my hands on some red dragons here, so, you know, you're gonna have to bear with me as I proceed to poke you with these sticks and poke you with these sticks. Alright, nice. Alright, so 16 sulfur it looks like. Now I just need to get my hands on some more sulfur. Oh, would you look at that? There's plenty of sulfur in this area. And I think that actually, I would have just enough, right? Yeah, I have 16,000, or I already have more than 15,000 gold. There's ore that's readily available over here, or sulfur that's readily available. I'd probably try to see if I can clear this out first, though. Pack of air elementals, oh, that's easy. Not going to waste my time with this fight, of course. Just blitzing through the game. I know it might be a bit disappointing that I'm not taking combat and whatnot, but honestly, I don't really think that I need to show every combat, which involves 4 tier 7 units against, you know, tier 2 units and tier 3 units. That's just, that is just total overkill. Alright, so, as we can see, now on week 2, we have 5 red dragons, alright? 5 red dragons with, an additional 2 red dragons coming in next week from the Dragon Cave in my town, and another additional 2 coming in, one from this Dragon Cave and one from my town. So that's going to be a total of 9 red dragons on the start of week 3. Now, the only question is, how am I going to get the gold to buy out all of said units? Well, I haven't quite figured that one out yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you worry. Okay, once again, total overkill. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, so there's no path here. I'm not going to bother with that then. Okay, and there's also a treasure chest down there. I'll probably hit this stables and then head over to this Dragon Cave, go and hire that, and I'll get going from there. By the way, because this Dragon Cave, well, this is like a Dragon Cave that's built in my town, I can buy these last, because they're not going to disappear at the end of the week, right? If I don't buy the Red Dragon for the Portal of Summoning or this external Dragon Cave, I will lose them at the start of next week. But if I do the same to this, the Dragon Cave in my town, it won't actually disappear. So that's pretty awesome. That's important to note because, yeah, if you ever have the choice, you should probably get them from the external dwellings first in the Portal of Summoning, rather than your main town. So, yeah. Keep moving around to collect some more piles of gold. Still plenty of resources, but it looks like this area is kind of cut off by some fights here and there, so I'm going to probably step out of the way on this one. So as we can see, an additional 4 red dragons coming up, an additional 1 from this Dragon Cave right over here, which I'm trying to pick up with Shakti. The bothersome thing about this, with using this Portal of Summoning, with red dragons, though, once again, like, if I had gotten Minotaurs instead, it would have been a lot easier to build a Minotaur power stack, since it only requires, like, what, 5,000 gold to get, or, no, 4,000 gold, actually, to build a Labyrinth in your town. I could have actually gone Labyrinth, Citadel, and Castle. It would have required far fewer resources and far less gold, but honestly, having an army of red dragons is freaking amazing. I don't think I've ever had the chance to use Portal of Summoning with red dragons in any of my videos up until now, so this is actually really good. I'm glad that I'm actually able to show this off for Christmas. Because me personally, I'm having a lot of fun with this. It probably shouldn't be all that fun since I'm basically crushing the AI at this point, or I'm in position to crush the AI with all of the dragons that I have. But yeah, no, seriously, I love having these red dragons on hand. It's awesome. And yeah, so are these the only places I can go? Oh, hold on. What the? There's no road here. There you go. Here I am. Okay, well, I guess I'll just cut them off then. But before I do, I'm gonna quickly... Okay, I'm not wasting my time. There we go. I'm gonna stand right here and cross my fingers that he... You know what? No, that's a stupid idea, because if he takes this portal and ends up in the wrong portal, then... Or in a different portal, then there's nothing I can do about him. But I'll stand right here. That way, he can't get through this portal. I can go straight for his main town, and he can't merge his armies. Which is funny, really, because I mentioned earlier that I'm not going to try and hunt down the rest of the AI. But honestly, if the game is going to present such an opportunity to me where I can eliminate the AI, then I might as well take it, right? So let's just go and collect some more resources here. Alright, well, not very many it seems. Aha. Red Dragon Cave. I'm going to be stacking that with the other red dragons that are lying around over here. I am a little bit short on resources though. That is going to be the main issue that I'm encountering right now. Alright, so they're definitely not in this area. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not in this area. Oh, yes, I'm going to clear this out because I need the sulfur. Yeah, that should be easy. Yes, easy. I should actually just... Oh, offense, please. That's a tough choice. I don't know which of these two that I want. Ah, what is this? Really want to keep going forward. But I know that purple might come through here. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, okay. So that's actually red player. I thought that would be purple, but it's definitely not purple. Okay, so I could head over this way, but I should probably conserve my gold for now so I can focus on getting the other red dragons for the time being. Right now I'm not... Well, I could actually build a resource silo, but that costs 5,000 gold, and I'm honestly going to be getting some sulfur in a couple of moments anyway, so that's perfectly fine. Honestly, this... Oh, there we go. Banished from this land. That's awesome. Now I don't have to really worry about him stabbing me in the back, like I usually do in my other playthroughs. To be honest, this playthrough is one of those playthroughs where everything is actually going right for me. Like, I mean, I might be jinxing it by saying this, but, I mean, I got access to 2 amazing main heroes. I managed to get my hands on a Red Dragon Cave. Honestly, you shouldn't expect this to be your usual match with Dungeon. I also had selected 8XM12A, which, if I recall correctly, is a bit richer than most of the other templates. But just know that this is, I guess, one... Oh, wow. There you go. 5 red dragons. So, yeah, this is, like, one example of how Portal of Summoning can be used in such a way where you can just go and dominate everything, right? Like, it's pretty awesome. And this isn't something that's just limited to AI play either. Like, in games against other players, I've definitely made use of Portal of Summoning all the time. At least playing as Dungeon, I have. When I play as Dungeon in those games, right? Like, in PvP matches, I try to focus on I try to make myself like a Minotaur power stack, or in one game I think I had like a really big Beholder power stack. And another game, I mentioned this earlier, I won the game with just an army of Vampire Lords. Well, okay, not just the Vampire Lords, but I mean, I went around with my Vampire Lords, and I cleared half the map with my Vampire Lords off of a Portal of Summoning. It was... Oh, no, sorry. I bought out vampires with a Portal of Summoning. With... There was an external estate. I went and captured that estate. I bought the Portal of Summoning so I could get more vampires, and then I found a hill fort. There you go. There you go. That's the much more accurate explanation, I suppose you could say. So there's a pillar of fire over there. I'm definitely going to need to go and do something about that pretty soon. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. Yeah. Do I go down this way? I guess I could. Okay. Alright. So now, once again, I'm going to need plenty of gold to work with. I'm not quite done yet in this playthrough. Oh, is that what I think it is? That is a labyrinth. And this zone isn't actually connected to my starting area, of course. This is a different zone in itself. But it is a dungeon zone where if I had not gone for the Dragon Cave, and at some point I found this labyrinth, I could have started building a power stack of Minotaurs. And I wouldn't have had to carry that with me in my main army. But just having that option there is pretty freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. So collecting resources, as I mentioned earlier, that's the main goal right here. Here we go. So here's Gunner, and I'm actually going to clear out these orcs right here. Before I do, I want to go and make sure that I have all of the red dragons that I need, all 9 of them, in fact. I'm gonna start heading up this way. I'm gonna clear out these orcs, of course. Yes, absolutely, I'd love to dominate them with this army of red dragons. Yeah. Very nice. Hey look, Heart of Denragar is guarding a hellhole. And probably a really high-value spell scroll as well. I don't really see... Or maybe there's another thing in the fog which I can't see, which would make a lot more sense, because I don't think I've ever seen a spell scroll that heavily guarded. Like, alongside, like, a hellhole and just, like, some plain resource. Okay, I will stand right here, and... yeah, I'm probably just going to end my turn. I don't have much else to do. I could go Citadel into Castle... but to be honest, I actually want to refrain from doing that just because I want to make sure that I have enough gold. Normally I would, but I actually want to try something, and I'm honestly not 100% sure I can do this, but I actually want to try and clear out a Dragon Utopia sometime in week 4, and I think this should be doable, but I'm not familiar with making a dragon power stack and trying to do Dragon Utopias with a dragon power stack. So we're going to find out soon enough if this is, well, just how well this works out, I suppose. Okay. I'm going to start moving my guy down here. Oh yes, right, this is where Gunner's going to. Yeah, I can actually get my hands on another town. Oh! Fantastic! Ah, yes, absolutely. Oh, let's go and take down Verdish. Oh, what's this? Is this their main army? I'm gonna bet that it is. I should have checked at the start of the battle. Oh yes, protection from fire. That's gonna do so much against my dragons. Alright. Dead. 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 And... burn that. Dead! Alright. Easy. Oh, look at that. Advanced offense. Very nice. Alright, Horde of Horned Demons guarding Orb of Silt. They definitely don't need that. Ah, what's this? A side town? Let's go and deal with this really quickly. And then a Horde of Vampires. Let's see. Wow, built a city hall? Wow, how very generous of them. Do I actually have mass shield? No, I don't. Although I guess it doesn't really matter because I can't really mass shield my red dragons anyway, but... what else have I got? Ah, yes, Gundula. And does she have magic arrow? Yes, she does. Oh, this is great. So I'm actually going to do the following. We're going to do this. Bunch of 1-stacks. Let's just make my life a bit easier here. I'm going to take Gundula over here. I don't want to keep splurging my spell or my gold on other heroes, but to be honest, if it means holding on to this town for the time being, then this is 100% worth it. I think I'm going... Well, I have plenty of time and movement here with Dace and 3 learning stones that are conveniently placed, so let's go and do this. Level up Dace while I'm here. I'm gonna try and clear out these vampires. This is probably the only fight I've taken so far where I stand some remote risk of actually losing a red dragon, but I'm just gonna do this, and yeah, the battle's pretty much over at this point. Like, I guess the bringing the wolf riders was a bit overkill. I mean, better safe than sorry, right? But yeah, anyway, get morale, so I don't really care so much about that. Expert offense, this box. I don't know what this box contains. It could contain anything. 15,000! Okay, well, yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, I'm telling you, everything's going right in this playthrough. And to be honest, like, I actually did re-roll a couple of maps before this match, because I wanted to actually get one which really showcased the power of what a Portal of Summoning could do. I think the last one I did, I got access to, like, Chapel of Stilled Voices, and I felt like that was super lame, so I ended up trying again. So yeah, this is kind of the result of that. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, like, definitely don't expect every game that you play with Dungeon to be like this, where you have everything laid out at your fingertips. But obviously, you can see just what the Portal of Summoning is capable of when you combine that with a good external dwelling, right? Like, that's just kind of the main message I'm trying to send with this playthrough. Not trying to be all like, oh yeah, Dungeon's like, you know, the best faction in the game or anything like that. No, it's just, this is one strategy you can use and it is fantastic. Same with, I guess, when I did my demon farming video. Although, in the case of demon farm, well, I've never heard anyone who has openly bashed Dungeon as a faction. I've heard plenty of people bash on Inferno as a faction, and that's why I was motivated to do the demon farming video in the first place. With the Portal of this video, the Portal of Summoning, I think that when I did my 1v7 dungeon video, Portal of Summoning was supposed to be something that I showcased, but I did a very poor job with that. So I kind of wanted to, dare I say, chance at redemption for that. So so far this has been looking pretty good. I remember when ooh, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna try and deal with that now rather than later. Yeah, let's do that. And in fact, I can get my hands on stables from this town, so I'm actually one step short. So I'm gonna have to brace myself here, or prepare myself. Let's get everybody in position to start going towards yeah, I need to get everybody in position because I want to actually clear out that Dragon Utopia, as I was saying earlier, but anyway. That'll be for much later, though. I can actually Poor Man's it, can't I? Poor Man's. There were 2 Dragon Utopias. Okay, hold on. Before I start wandering around aimlessly, I think this Dragon Utopia was through this 2-way. And this 2-way can be found, I think, right here. And in order to get to this 2-way, I'd have to go... Man, why does everything have to be so complicated? Alright, let's go with Gorgon Lair. No, that actually eats up resources, though. I don't want to do that. I also have plenty of gold now, so I can afford to start buying out some other heroes. Um, yeah, so let's do that. Okay, this is pretty fantastic. Anyway. Yeah, basically what I was saying earlier, it's nice to actually know that you can do this with some of the factions. Like, you can, like, yeah, no one doubts that Dungeon is strong. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, like, oh, yeah, Dungeon's a weak faction, but this is one strategy you can use with them, and it's pretty awesome. I think is just what I was trying to get at earlier. Sure thing. I'll probably surrender right here. Yeah, why not? Got plenty of gold to throw away right now anyway. In fact... Oh, how generous of them. They even bought me a castle. 1, 2, 3. Toast them, and toast them. Alright. Awesome. They didn't build me a stables though, so let's go and do that. Let us also get Shakti. Oh, very nice. Let's start... This is a one-way exit, so I can expect other people to come out through here. If that's the case, then I'm probably going to start heading back with Shakti, with Gunner, sorry. I'm probably also going to start trying to farm this Throng of Harpies. It's definitely something I'm going to want to free up because there's a pile of sulfur right there. There's also an arena right here too. I think I could actually do that, can't I? I could clear out the Harpies, farm up this area, grab the arena, and then head back to town for stables bonus start of next turn. And then that would allow me to actually get both Dragon Utopias. So I'm really looking forward to that. That sounds really good. Like a pretty solid plan. Low on artifacts, unfortunately, so I can't try to sell anything at an artifact merchant. Maybe I should have actually... You know what? I should have done this a couple turns ago when I first got the 15,000 gold. Actually, that was like 2 turns ago, but yeah, I think at this point, now that I have an abundance of gold, I can afford to start getting some extra sulfur from that resource silo. So let's do this quickly. Throng of Harpies, this should be no problem, I think. Oh, yeah, absolutely no problem. Okay, great, come on. 61 damage, and here's your graveyard. Ooh, there's a Naga Bank here. I could definitely try and clear that. Let's go and do this. Yes. Gundula. View Earth Scroll. Yeah, at this point it doesn't matter what the size is. I can clear pretty much every creature bank size, so let's just move everybody over here. Keep them on this side for now. Roast these guys. Okay, perfect. They've lined themselves up perfectly for me. Oh, basic wisdom. Nice. Oh, gems and 12,000 gold. Alright, so it's a shame that it's not sulfur, but I guess can't complain too much. Because free gold is pretty much free. So let's just go and move myself out here. Grab some plus attack skill, and I'll move myself back into town. This will allow me to get the extra spell points from the Mage Guild, and I'll also have access to stables bonus at the start of the next turn. So that's looking really fine and dandy. I have 29,000 gold, that's plenty for getting my Red Dragon up and running. I probably will get another hero out. With all the Red Dragons, I'll transfer it to Alomar. And then I could probably go over here. And then maybe I can actually start going straight to this Dragon Utopia. I think that's the, it's kind of the plan. Or alternatively, I could also take this two-way. So a lot of different options I could take. Yes, right. So I'm just trying to figure out which direction I came from and which way I would need to go. I think I've got it. This guy is in position. Lacus is hanging out. These guys aren't really doing much, to be completely honest. What's most important is that they're just hovering around in the right areas. Okay. I have enough for this. I can step out here. I can step back in here. Perfect. So this is going to be the end of my turn. This is going to be the end of week 3. And then start of week 4, we're going to hopefully see some even bigger armies, even bigger plays getting made, if all goes well. I don't have very much sulfur. That's the unfortunate drawback. If I recall correctly, the HD mod actually does make the resources that you get from Naga banks into gems instead of sulfur. That's the only gameplay modification that I know of that it really makes, so that, if it had actually been sulfur, I probably would have been in a position to roll over the map with black dragons at this point, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Let's just keep it cool, keep it patient, and we'll work from there. Alright, so Gundula the Battle Mage. I'm going to, I guess, transfer all of the Trogs to Gunner right here. I'm going to have Shakti moving around with one Royal Griffin. I'm going to see if I can get him to explore anything of value. There's another Naga bank here. I could totally try to use that, or to my advantage, but right now I don't really care so much for that. I'm going to do this now rather than later. Oh, actually, no, that's probably a bad idea because I don't yet have my red dragons, but yeah, at some point I'm definitely going to want to get Meiji level 3 so I can get black dragons the following turn. So this is all looking pretty good. Stone skin. Okay. I could go minnows. I'm just trying to think of which units are the beefiest for this upcoming fight, because okay, so definitely I'm getting these red dragons. There's no question about it. Oh yeah, I never did bother to go for the castle because I was trying to save up on conserve gold. In retrospect, maybe I could have actually gone for the other red dragon too, but whatever, it's not a huge deal. What's important is that I make sure that I get all of the units that I need. Okay, cool. Manticores, sure. Basically meat shields. Whatever meat shields I can get my hands on at this point, that's what I care about the most. Okay. Nothing matters except for the dragons, in terms of what survives. Alright, very nice. Let's push these units forward. Ah, yes, right. So now I'm going to have to get Gunner out here. Yeah. Badge of Courage. Well, I think I should be okay. I think I should be fine for now. I was debating whether or not I wanted to get some units from the castle town to increase my odds of 60. I'm actually going to clear this out so that Gundula could maybe go and farm this. Let's also get 7 of these bad boys. I'm going to clear this out so that Gundula can go and clear out that pile of sulfur. Okay, done. Okay, that's great. Where is she? Actually, Gundula is a he, right? Oh, it's a she. Okay, well, there you go. So, yeah, let's just go and cripple Galthran here. Oh man, that's scary. You can actually do quite a number on my dragons if he reaches. Ow, that's gonna hurt. Not that I really care so much about anything but my red dragons, of course, but I would rather keep my losses to a minimum if possible. So, I'm gonna wait here for a second. And they're gonna hit there. Boom! And yeah. Well, that was easy. Vampire's Cowl. Nice. It's not going to help you very much, though. Okay, there's Alomar. Alomar transfers over to Gunner. All of these Ooh, what is this? Where did I get shield from? Where did I get shield from? Well, hold on. So, first of all, let me make sure that it's only the red dragons on Gunner for now. 13 red dragons is freaking amazing. No, Dace definitely doesn't start with that. Sinka definitely doesn't start with it either. Cure, protection from fire, first level spell. Huh, that's so strange. I'm not actually sure where I got shield from, because I don't think Alomar's visited any of my other towns. But it doesn't really matter too much. I'm not gonna think about it all that much more. What matters is that I'm about to try and take a fight against a Dragon Utopia. Yeah, I guess this is... Well, yeah, it should be fine. Just to be safe, though, I don't want to risk getting caught unaware by red. If I do have to take a fight, then I will take a fight, but... Actually, this fight would be easier to take, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. This fight is actually easier, I think. Well, I don't know how far I have to go to reach the Dragon Utopia. That's what kind of I'm a bit curious about. I guess I could probably check this right now, even. Do I care about this guy? Not really. Is it like right down here? I think it's... Yeah, no, it's... Honestly, it's just right down here. Okay, well, if that's the case, then this is perfect. I don't need to worry too much. I will bring all of the trogs, these guys. Don't really think that it matters too much if I bring these beholders. They're just gonna die in like one hit anyway. So slots 1, 3, and 6 are the ones that 1, 3, 6. Yeah, so 2, 5, 7 are the stacks that are on the far right side, and the ones that are going to be soaking up all the damage. I want those to be the Trogs, and the Minnows, and the Manticores. I bought these specifically to be used as meat shields, and pretty much for nothing else. So, I'm sorry, my poor Manticores, but you've done me a great service. Yeah. Alright, very nice. Okay, Dragon Utopia. 13 red dragons, this should definitely be doable, especially. Yeah, even if I had only had, like, half of these. Okay, maybe not half. If I had had the 9 from last week, I still think it would have been doable, but that's not something that I really want to test, to be honest. That's not something that I thought he was going to go for that red dragon for a second. Okay, so what do I want to hit first? To be honest, I think he could probably solo the red dragons. You know what? No. Let's hit these guys first. I'm going to try to do as much damage as I can with these guys. Yep. Yeah, sure. Let's take the hit here. Ow. I think I will aim at this one. I'm gonna poke with this one. I should have blessed him. I think I do have bless. Okay, that was a bit of an oops on my part. Definitely could have... Yes! Morale. I'm really glad I brought... I don't know why I attacked from that direction, to be honest. But I'm not complaining. I will draw out the retaliation with my last 1 stack, which happens to be a Manticore. I'm going to hit with these guys, and then finish them off. Expert Wisdom. Okay, Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment, Sentinel Shield, and 40,000 gold. It's looking really good for me right now. Unfortunately, I didn't get Angel Wings, so I'm still stuck on this stupid terrain, swamp terrain, but hopefully we can do something about that. I'm still going to keep the troglodytes. They're going to be useful as a... they're definitely going to be useful as a meat shield in the next fight that I take. So this is looking really good. I got some 30,000 gold, I still have 13 red dragons, and I still have trogs. Once again, I'm pretty sure this is definitely not an average case scenario game for when when anybody uses a portal of summoning, let alone myself, but hey, honestly, being able to showcase just how strong the faction can be is pretty awesome, so, or just how strong it can get from time to time. I still remember that game where I had 300 evil eyes, but let's not talk about that one. That's a whole different story in itself. So yeah, I'm up to 13 sulfur now. At this point, yes, I can definitely afford to get Mage Guild level 3. And yeah, I want to start getting everybody in position to start chaining back. I think... yeah, he might try and attack my heroes here. He probably will attempt to attack my heroes, to be honest. Ooh, what's this? Sulfur, right. I had left sulfur lying around from way earlier because I didn't think I would need it anymore, but glad I left it around. That's looking really good. Alright. I will hang around here with Dace, and we're going to see what the next turn has in store for us, because we're coming up close on month 1, week 4, day 3. Okay, great. They didn't actually attack me. That's kind of lucky on my part. So, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered too much. Like, they would have slowed me down like an extra turn. So it's like, big whoop, but makes my life a bit easier. So that's kind of nice. Okay. Now, next thing to do is I need to transfer units over to Alomar. I do have tactics on Gunner, so I'm not too worried about my retreat, because I'm going to be using Poor Man's Town Portal to get him to a much better position, so he doesn't have to traverse through this stupid terrain. But yeah, so let's transfer like this. Maybe I'll even leave just a Trog on him. Okay. So let's get Cinca over here. Make a transfer. There you go. Here I am. And yeah, where's the other one? I know that there is one more Dragon Utopia, and that's right over here. But in order to get there, I need to go through this portal, this subterranean gate. I think the closest way to get through through that subterranean gate is through the fortress town. So let's go and move Gunner over here, back to that fortress town. Retreat. Yes. Apply battle results. To the fortress town we go. And in fact, I will give... yes. Let's go with 3 dragonflies, and also bring some lizardmen. No, actually, that'll slow me down, so this is perfectly fine. If this were a real game, I wouldn't use dragonflies alone, or maybe I would. I'd probably go, like, buy out all the dragonflies, but this should be more than enough for what I intend to do. So, yeah, this will boost the speed of my hero, because the slowest unit he's got is the speed 13 dragonfly, which is pretty awesome. So now, I'm going to bring Arlak out over here. Yes, here we go. The most fun part of the match thus far. I have a marketplace in just about every town, so I can afford to do this, and this, and this. Upgraded Dragon Cave. So yeah, I now need 13 sulfur. The red, like, normally... I would actually totally do this in most matches that I play. It's... I was gonna say it's not advisable because, like, this is kind of a huge waste of resources, but honestly, if it's the choice of having, you know, an army of 13 black dragons at your disposal, oh, that is pretty awesome. I'll probably even buy out some beholders too, why not? I'll use them as some more meat shields. Probably even use the harpies, but maybe I can even use those as a side army or something. Doesn't really matter. All that really matters right now is that I get my hands on that next Dragon Utopia, which I'm already pretty much there. I don't think I see a third one, or I could go for that too, but yeah, as you can see, everybody's basically in position to do something crazy. This guy is going off to explore. Sort of Hellfire. That would be pretty useful on my main hero, assuming he doesn't get anything better from the next Dragon Utopia that I get my hands on. So, all's looking well, all's looking swell. And yeah, purple's just hovering around right here. So, I'll even pass by this on my way in. Sure. Whee! Got some nice spell points here. Yeah. There you go. Got the nice army of 13 black dragons at my disposal. And gonna be taking out this set of basilisks to get that Dragon Utopia. Maybe I cut the path off for myself a little bit. But, yeah, as you can see, it's looking pretty good. I don't know what artifacts I'm going to get from that Dragon Utopia, but just know that, yeah, this is looking pretty awesome. I have some spare gold. Might as well buy out some reinforcements. Although, yeah, this is a one-way exit, so I should be prepared for the possibility of an attack. Yeah, sure. Let's buy out some of these guys. These ones, these ones, these ones, these ones, and these ones. Alright, there we go. Arlax hovering around over here. He's not really doing much. To be honest, most of these heroes don't matter too much at this point. Once again, if this were a real game, like an actual PvP match, I would probably give these guys some slightly better orders, but right now I only care about one thing, and that's what is in that Dragon Utopia. That's the only thing I want to know right now. So let's end the turn here, and let's find out. No! Wait. Oh, I stand a chance. Oh, hold on, hold on. Bzz. And can they get morale? No, they can't. I think I still stand a chance. Or not a chance of winning, but I mean, I can get off another lightning bolt. Yeah, let's take out those guys. Alright, sweet. Done. See ya. Oh, he's going for one of my side towns. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. Unless this Dragon Utopia gives me, like, an Earth Tome. And given my luck in this match, I really wouldn't even be all that surprised. So, yeah, Black Dragons. So, same as before, slots 3, 2, 5, and... So, basically anything except for 2, 5, 7. So 1, 3, 4, and 6 will be the one stack of harpies, so that when the black dragons, if they draw the retaliation on my black dragons, that it won't hit my power stacks. Alright, basilisks. Boom! 1500 damage. Still need to get myself, like, a much better sword, because, you know, having no sword at all is not the best. Or, you know, there's a lot better swords out there than having no sword at all. Yep, they seem to like breath attacking each other. Nice, they just took out each other's the gold dragons. Very nice. I will draw out the retaliation on these green dragons. I don't know why they've positioned themselves like this, to be honest. That's kind of unusual, but it probably has to do with the fact that I'm using, well, I actually have no idea. It's so weird. That's like the worst positioning I've ever seen from the AI. I can just take out both at the same time. I didn't even know I could one-shot them. to be honest. 2,000. Well, that's because it was a breath attack. That's why it said 2,000 damage. Boom. Wow, they almost killed the troglodyte. The gold dragon does 26 damage. Very nice. Okay, well, I lost most of... Ooh, armor. Wow, my gunner... This is like a perfect gunner. I've never really seen that before. Well, actually, I'm missing air, I suppose, but yeah. Orb of Vulnerability. Spellbinder's Hat. Okay, so yeah, now I definitely just need air magic. I'm pretty much good to go, but... yeah. This is fantastic. You know what? Let's actually give this bad boy a whirl. I don't usually do this in real matches, but hey, this is a for fun playthrough, and I don't get to do this very often. Let's just hop on over here, and let's try to clear out the horde of minotaurs. Let's do that. Can I just DD over again? Aw, man, only once per turn. What is this? It's like the game was trying to be balanced or something, you know? Yeah, let's just group everybody back up together. Everybody here like that. Throw this back over here. Let's head up over this way. See what we can accomplish on the northeastern frontier. And yeah. Am I really doing anything with my other heroes? I'm gonna lose my... I'm gonna lose Gundula here, but whatever. Oh, Queestrians. Okay, well I'll just camp him in the corner. Maybe with any luck he'll just leave me alone. But at this point, yeah, the game is pretty much close to over. Of course, I have yet to do, like, or in terms of post-game analysis, there's not really much more I think I could have done in the grand scheme of things, except for getting an additional Black Dragon, I suppose, because I didn't buy that Citadel. But, like, this game was played, or, well, the way this game turned out was close to perfect, I would say. I'm not saying I played it perfectly, but just, like, in terms of how the start was, how everything worked out, it was come to think of it, nice. I can shield my own Black Dragons. And I can actually even cast slow on enemy units too, so that's pretty nice. Let's go get this Sword of Hellfire. That'll boost my attack skill by a bit. Oh yes, right. So let's get this Helm of Heavenly Enlight, or Spellbinder's Hat up and running. I'm here. Okay, so... yes, right. I can hunt down purple. But yeah, there's not really much more for me to do at this point in the match. If there was another Dragon Utopia somewhere that I knew of, I would totally go for it, and we'd go and, well, see what we can do with a third Dragon Utopia. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty much... the match is pretty much over. I've shown pretty much everything I wanted to. This is just one example of what a Dragon Utopia is capable of. I'm going to autopilot the rest of the next two turns while I talk, I suppose. But yeah, this is just one example of what Dungeon and its Portal of Summoning is capable of. Obviously, there's a lot of other uses you could do with it. Like if I had gotten a Labyrinth, I could have made a Minotaur power stack. Usually, or no, sorry. When I was playing the Demon Farming video, or like the Demon Farming on Month 1 video, or I was doing that one, I went and said all like. I talked a lot about how the match could have been better, like what I was missing, what I needed to make it better, food for thought. Like if I had played on Horn of the Abyss, for example, I could have actually farmed more units, and oh wow, some perfect gunner, like actually perfect gunner. Yeah, I definitely spent a lot of time talking about that, right? Like, if I played on Hoda, if I had not run into like a Necropolis town, blah blah blah. I talked about a lot of what could have been better in that match, in what I was given. But in this match, all I can talk about is how you should usually expect games to go, and that's usually you're not going to get all of what I got, right? Everything was laid out really nicely for me, and probably part of the reason why I was able to cover so much ground so quickly is because I had Gunner, yet another amazing hero for Dungeon. Honestly, if you are starting off with Dungeon, usually your two best bets, especially in PvP, Gunner and Shakti, unless they're banned. For example, if because you guys are playing like a mirror match or something. But yeah, otherwise, Gunner is a solid starting hero. Portal of Summoning is awesome. Yeah, here are 13 Black Dragons. This is like best case scenario though. When I did my demon farming video, that was like, that was not best case scenario. That was like, I think I said it was like average case scenario. So that was a much more realistic showcase. This is more of like a, you know, if everything goes in your favor. So I don't know. I feel like I'm running out of things to say. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of my playthrough. A lot of other things I could have done in this match. I could have went and farmed those Griffin Conservatories. I, of course, completely ignored them, since I felt like, yeah, the main focus, of course, was on farming these Black Dragons. And I actually didn't build a Citadel or a castle, so I could have definitely done that. I could have gotten an extra 2 Black Dragons at this point in the match. Or like on month 2. But, yeah. What else could I have done? Oh yeah, if I had played on Hoda, like this match, it wasn't a big deal, but in a lot of the games that you'll play on SOD, or Shadow of Death, or Pure Street Complete, pretty much the same thing in this case, you're going to come across maps where certain external dwellings are going to be cut off, or they're going to, like, there's going to be misplaced guards that are blocking them off, or blocking other map objects off, and they're going to prevent you from getting around to them. This is something that Hoda prevents with the way its random map generator works. It's a lot rarer to have misplaced guards on Hoda, which block your path and make it easier to... Well, that makes it a lot easier to go and clear your zone, so that's really nice. If you're playing as Dungeon. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. That's pretty much going to be the end of this playthrough. I think I had a lot of fun with it. I hope all of you who are watching enjoyed it too. At this point, the rest of the match would have been trivial, like it really would have been. With 13 Black Dragons, like, it's really clear that there is no contest compared to the other AI at this point, using, like, with the amount of, I guess, ground I covered, with the amount of artifacts I'd received. In the demon farming video, I think the power gap was a lot less apparent, but here it is pretty obvious that I am absolutely dominating them at this point. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much the extent of what I want to say. So, at this point, the only thing left that I'm going to point out, the next video, the next challenge, is going to be only one faction, that's what it was. There you go, okay, so without a doubt, I have the highest Kingdom Army Strength, no surprise. I'd have been super surprised if I didn't have the highest Kingdom Army Strength. But it looks like the game has come to its senses. But yeah, the next video I'm going to do is, of course, going to be the only one faction challenge, with a bit of a twist that I'm not going to reveal at this time. And this twist is actually what's been causing me a lot of problems with this upcoming challenge, because I was already kind of in the middle of a playthrough. I didn't like the way that it turned out. Is this the right place to talk about it? It's not. It's kind of not relevant to what I'm talking with this playthrough, but anyway. But just know that the next challenge that I'm doing, which is supposed to be only one faction, I'm adding an additional restriction, which is going to make things a bit more difficult. It already has, because, well, the attempt that I did of it so far was not one that I was too happy with. I never finished it, and I didn't like the way it turned out, so I'm gonna probably scrap it and start over. But anyway, that's pretty much all I want to say. I'm just rambling at this point. I hope all of you who watch this enjoyed the match and the somewhat subpar post-game analysis. The last thing I want to say, I suppose, apart from, well, yeah, the last thing I want to say, aside from closing remarks, is that I'm hoping that by the start of the next year, or sometime close to the start of next year, I'm going to get my streams up and running again. I don't have an exact day on that yet, but I'll post more details when I get them. So, once again, happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. I will see you in my next video, or my next challenge video, and I'll maybe see some of you when I get my streams up and running again. I do hope that you had fun with this playthrough. I know I did. 13 Black Dragons. Pretty awesome match overall. Got a really strong gunner up and running. Got a really strong Shakti. And, yeah. Dominated those Dragon Utopias with a Spellbinder's Hat and Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment, and went and hunted down the AI until the end of month 1. So, yeah, once again, when my streams come up, it's going to be Heroes 3 every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., or 1900 to 3 o'clock Central European time. So that's going to be for the future. But otherwise, thank you all for watching, and have a fun time playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Peace.